Good afternoon. This is truly a beautiful day to be here in Northwest Baltimore to celebrate the opening of our newest playground for Baltimore City Recreation Parks in the Northwest community. Everybody get excited about it. My name is Reginald Moore. I'm the Executive Director for Baltimore City Recreation and Parks, and I promise you, because I know the kids, they want to play. So I know we have a program, but we're going to make sure this program is short, sweet, and to the point. And without further ado, let's bring up the mayor of our city, Mayor Brandon Scott.
Thank you, Director Moore, because I didn't come here to talk. I came to play. So a good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for being here at Fallstaff here in the great Northwest Baltimore. This has been a Park Heights day for me. Earlier today, we broke ground in Southern Park Heights in another great housing project. But it's great to see this community come together as we dedicate this new program. I want to acknowledge everyone who helped make today possible. Our councilman, Yussi Slifer, who his commitment to not only this community but the 5th District goes without saying, but we know for him, and he'll talk about that, how important this project was to him personally. Our council president, Nick Mosby, our executive director of Rec and Parks, Reggie Moore, city schools, all of our neighborhood partners and stakeholders. Miss Sandy, good to see you, ma'am. The mayor of Fallstaff, always good to be with you. I have always been a champion for our youth, and I remain committed to prioritizing the safety and well-being of them both inside and outside the classroom. Today, that commitment is on display with this upgraded play space, an investment of nearly $250,000, which is money well spent when we are talking about the ability for our young people to safely enjoy themselves outdoors. Our playgrounds can have a deep impact on young people. Many of us can recall our days socializing on the playground with our peers. For me, doing flips off of things that you're not supposed to do flips off of, all of those kind of things that help shape our childhood. And today, we want to give the young people growing up today the playground spaces that they deserve, where they can keep active, build lasting friendships, and feel a sense of belonging and sharpening skills that will serve them a lifetime. This particular program has been around since the 70s, and over the years it had become a safety hazard. So this renovation was long overdue. And it's time that we continue to provide these opportunities for modern day play spaces around the city. This upgraded play space features Compton playground equipment, thank you very much, ma'am, and has a horse-themed design which ties into Preakness because we are in Park Heights. This project is also another example of partnership, and I will continue to make decisions in the best interest of our residents and join forces with anybody who prioritizes our communities as well. We, as I said earlier this morning, this ribbon cutting kicks off the first in our rec rollout. Over the next few weeks, we will break ground on a new J.D. Gross, a new Chick Webb, Ambrose Kennedy, and Parkview Rec Centers here in Baltimore, ushering in a new generation, a new day for the Recreation and the Parks Department, where they will no longer be ignored, but invested in so that our children and families have the opportunity to play and exist in world-class facilities in our world-class communities. I am so excited to usher in that new era in recreation in Baltimore and guarantee to each and every one of you that for BCRP, the best is yet to come. And now I will turn it over to our fabulous City Council President, Nick Mosby.
Give it up for our mayor. There we go. So I want everybody to do something that's really unconventional, but just trust me, all right? It's going to work out. I want everyone for just 5 seconds to close your eyes completely. You guys ready? On the count of 3, we're going to all close our eyes for 5 seconds. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Now open them up. It was those sounds that when your eyes were closed and you couldn't see anything, when you were focused on your surroundings, it was those sounds that are the sounds of young folks from Fallstaff Elementary School and Fallstaff community doing what? Being kids, playing in a space, in a park, in an environment that they all deserve. Not just children in this neighborhood or this zip code, but children throughout the city. And that's where the commitment from the city of Baltimore through our mayor and through the hard work of Chairman Schleifer and the council all together comes to play at today. And that's why I thank each and every one of you for understanding and knowing the importance. See, people say, you're going to ribbon cutting. What are you doing? Are you open up a brand new office space downtown? Are you activating something around the harbor? Is this a brand new development in a community that hasn't been developed in a while? No, it's a playground. It's a playground for our young folks. And if we can't come out and cut ribbons for them, if we can't cheer for small successes and victories of showing that we're putting into their future, then what are we doing? Collectively, that's why each and every one of you are here today. Lastly, I would like to say thank you for Chairman Schleifer, for understanding and knowing the importance of always putting our children first and being a diehard advocate for this community and for this particular space in this park. If I didn't come see this park open today and say it took another 6 months or it took another year, it would have been another 6 months or another year of me hearing Yitchi Schleifer talk about this park. And I say that because many people can walk the walk. Well, many people can talk the talk, but other folks walk it. And that's what Yitzi does when it comes to his community and, more importantly, giving back to the children of this community. So this is a proud day for all of us. No, we're not opening up a brand new office park. No, we're not putting up a fancy skyscraper. No, we're not putting up a huge development. But we're pouring into the young folks of the city of Baltimore. And as you can see with this administration and with your chairman and with your council, that's what Baltimore will continue to see. With that, I would like to introduce to nobody out here, because you all know your amazing council member, and that's Chairman Yitzi Schleifer.
Thank you, Mr. President, Mayor Scott. Good afternoon, Fallstaff. No, come on, guys. We're not in the library. Good afternoon, Fallstaff. All right. What a great day it is for the Fallstaff community. It's very special to be here, joined by my daughters. Growing up just 2 blocks from here, behind us, I spent a lot of time on this property. My dad was the president of the Fallstaff Community Association for many, many years. And the Community Association used to meet right here in the school, and still does, on the first Thursday of every single month at 7 p.m. For those of you who don't show up, it's time to show up. But I also I want to recognize the current president, who actually took over after my father, Sandy Johnson, who's had it for many years. Thank you, Sandy. Please stand. For your leadership in working for the entire community for all these years. Fallstaff is the most diverse community in the 5th District. This is the spot where all neighborhood kids used to come and gather and play baseball, kickball, soccer. And so it's incredible to see this playground being brought back to life full of kids 25 years later from when I used to come out here and play. This project would not be possible without the support of Mayor Scott and Council President Mosby, my colleagues on the council, for supporting this request. And it certainly would not, this project would actually still be in pallets in a warehouse if it wasn't for the great work of the hardworking folks at Rec and Parks. I want to thank Director Moore, and also the team that had to deal with me and listen to me calling and asking for updates every single day. So Ashley Stewart, Terry Patty, and I want to give a special shout out to Jenny Morgan, who did in fact deliver the horses that I repeatedly asked that we have horses, and as you can see behind me, we have horses. So thank you, Jenny, and thank you to the entire Rec and Parks team for delivering this playground. And it's time to have some fun. Before we get to that, let me introduce Bill Levy. If you can come up and join us. Thank you.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. I'm Bill Levy. I'm the Executive Director for Baltimore City Schools. Can you hear me now? So I'm Bill Levy. I'm the Executive Director of Facilities for Baltimore City Schools. I just want to thank everyone. And this is a very collaborative effort from the Mayor's Office, City Council, Park and Rec, especially Jenny Morgan, who walked me through this project. This is the first of the projects we've really done like this, and I hope the first of many. Our kids all over the city deserve these kind of playgrounds, and this is an example of when we all work together, what we can achieve and what the kids deserve. I'm going to introduce Dr. Cedric Smith, who's the principal at Fallstaff now. Dr. Smith. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, students, staff, and families, and welcome to Fallstaff Elementary Middle School, home of the Falcons. Since our founding in 1950, the Fallstaff Road School, as it was originally called, has always been at the heart of the Fallstaff community. And at the center of what we try to do every day is to teach every Fallstaff student to have passion for learning, to ask questions, to do research, to study hard, and to come to school prepared to rise to the challenge of a new day. But we also know that learning is not limited to the classroom. Inside and outside of the classroom, students learn how to navigate friendships, how to speak up for themselves, how to share, and how to care for others. Our school is the place that brings our community together. This playground represents a new beginning, a shared space where students and families from all backgrounds and nationalities can play and learn from each other. A space where all languages and cultures are welcome. A place to remind us of the importance of community and how we have much more that brings us together than keeps us apart. And needless to say, the playground is already a hit. Before school and after school, students sprint to the slides and to the swings to enjoy childhood, as Council President Mosby pointed out. On the weekends, entire families from the community gather to watch their children play and make new friends. Today, our school and our community are stronger because of this playground. And we look forward to many years of events and happy memories being created right here at Fallstaff. Falcons fly high.
All right. So excited. First, I want to thank Mayor Scott for your continued support of our agency and the vision that we're moving forward to change not only lives in Baltimore, but looking at our infrastructure and how we improve that throughout our city. Our Council President, Nick Mosby, for your support, the conversations we've had about the vision and the thoughts of where we want, how we want to move the city. And then Councilman Slyford, we've had multiple conversations about this playground as well as others, and thank you for your commitment to the 5th District. I also want to take this time to thank our Rec and Park staff, our Rec and Park team, who's doing a phenomenal job of moving this agency vision forward. I especially, I know Councilman Slyford's already acknowledged, but I want to acknowledge him again, Ashley, for the work that you're doing when it comes to our playgrounds, because we got many playgrounds that's happening in the city. But also Jenny Morgan for helping making sure that we move this project forward and working with the school system. And Mr. Levy, thank you. As you stepped into your new role, we asked you, hey, we want to get this playground built. How can we get it done with schools? And you stepped up to the plate with no questions, and we started figuring it out. And then we have Terry here from Compan, so thank you for what you're doing to help us reimagine our play spaces. But as you all know, we have over 135 playgrounds in the city. But what we're so excited about what's going to happen over these next 18 months is that as we reimagine 26 of our play spaces throughout our city, and again, I want to repeat, 26 new play spaces in our city as we go through renovation. So we're really excited about that commitment. And that opportunity is afforded to us because of the mayor's commitment of ARPA funding and our state delegate support with LPPI funding, which is our local playground and play infrastructure funding. Also, as the mayor stated earlier, the value and importance of play spaces throughout our communities are extremely important to what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. Again, I just want to think about our partners, because without partners, a lot of this doesn't happen. Again, our elected officials, the city council, our Baltimore City Public Schools, Comprehensive Housing Assistance, Inc., for their contributions. Those 4 groups totaled the almost $250,000 of all pitching in to make that possible. So we're grateful for our partnerships and our stakeholders in sharing the vision of providing top-notch amenities for our community. As we continue to reimagine our spaces and play spaces, rec centers, you name it, over these next 30 days, as the mayor spoke about, you can stay tuned to these many different groundbreakings that will be taking place at bcrp.baltimore.gov. And I believe, Dr. Smith, we have a special treat from the students here at Fallstaff. So if we can bring the students forward to present to the to the crowd. Thank you.
At this time, we're going to have a special poem from two of our 5th grade students. Miss Kylie and Natalie going to tell us a little bit more about the playground.
Our playground. Our playground is a happy place that welcomes each and every race. We play, we laugh, we also shout, because that's what having fun is all about.
Nuestro parque. Nuestro parque es un lugar feliz que da la bienvenida a todas y cada una de las razas. Jugamos, reímos y también gritamos, porque de eso se trata todo, de divertirse.
Our playground is a well-equipped spot. That's why everyone likes it a lot. With swings and slides and spinners too, and there is so much more to do.
Nuestro parque es un lugar bien equipado, por eso a todos les gusta mucho, con columpios, toboganes y ruedas giratorias también. Y hay mucho más que hacer.
Our playground is the perfect site for boys and girls of every height. We thank you for our community playground and wish that it will always be around.
Nuestro parque es el sitio perfecto para niños y niñas de todas las alturas. Te agradecemos por nuestro parque comunitario y deseo que siempre estés cerca.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Before we go to have fun, are there any questions from the media? Alexa? Hold on. He's going to turn it on for you.
Mr. Mayor, this playground, a place for youth to
There
be.
we go. You're good, Alexa.
Oh.
It was the volume was down. You're good.
This playground, a space for youth to be. We've heard you talk about that mission in providing a place for youth to go and something to do. Would you talk about how this playground plays into your plan to address violence when it comes to city youth?
I think that, Alexa, when you think everything that we do for our young people plays into helping to prevent violence. When we're renovating and building more new schools in any major city in the country, that's to help with violence. When we're finally investing in our school system and the records levels of investment into our school system, that helps to combat violence. When we're building new rec centers and new playgrounds and new pools, everything that you hear us talking about consistently is helping us to prevent violence, because every young person that's playing out here, every young person that's playing in one of our basketball leagues, a football league, every one young person that's in the after-school program, every young person that actually stays in school because their school has air conditioning and is renovated and they can drink out of the water, is a young person that's going to more than likely stay on the better path. We have to understand and know that the complexity of dealing with violence isn't just as simple as one playground. It isn't just as simple as one school, but it's not also as just simple as one policy. That's why all of it matters when you talk about investing in young people.
And we're just 3 weeks away from Memorial Day weekend. When are we going to see that youth curfew plan, how it's going to be implemented and how it's going to be enforced?
Well, as we said before, this is nothing new for Baltimoreans. Maybe in the media it might be new to you guys, but I think everybody here today and everyone that's grown up in Baltimore knows about how youth curfew is done. And Memorial Day is when it will start, and Memorial Day is when we'll be showing everybody what we're and how we're going to be doing, and doing it in a more evolved way than we have before.
So we're not going to see it until Memorial Day. Are we going to see it before Memorial Day?
So I'll say this again, maybe in a different way, Alexa. This is nothing new in Baltimore. Curfew laws have been on the books. Enforcement has been on the books, and have been doing that for many, many years. We'll be rolling that out Memorial Day weekend like we always have since the beginning of time in Baltimore. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Now we can cut the ribbon and get to playing.
3, 2, 1.